Hi guys, so I hope everyone is well and warm. So today I would like to speak to all the men out there. I'd like to have a chat with you. So I'm really fascinated by you guys, right? Especially guys that are into sport. So I'll make an example. I'll just use soccer as an example because I think the majority of guys watch soccer. So you guys can watch soccer all day, every day, sit in front of that TV. And it really fascinates me because you guys just watch a bunch of guys running around kicking a ball. And I'm not really concerned as to which team you support, whether you support Liverpool, Arsenal, Manchester, Kaiser Chiefs, Pirates. That's not the point that I'm trying to make. If I take as an example Cristiano Ronaldo, no matter what team that guy plays for, I think we can all agree that that guy has sheer talent. That guy is talented and he didn't just wake up like that. And it fascinates me how you guys watch soccer. And you're not just merely watching soccer just because you're watching them kicking the ball and scoring and you're getting excited. No, you yourself are fascinated by the amount of talent that some of these guys have. And that guy, Cristiano Ronaldo, he practices every single day. He's in the gym almost every single day. And the title of my video suggests what men need more than women. No guys, you don't need soccer more than women. Cristiano Ronaldo, the reason why I used him as an example is because that guy has found out what he's good at from an early age, and he has refined his gift over the years. And there's a scripture in the Bible that says, your gift will make room for you in this world. And that's so true because people literally pay to watch that guy play. They literally pay, and you guys can sit in front of a TV the whole day, every day, because you are so fascinated by his talent. And I'm not going to lie to you. Once you find out what your gift is, people will literally pay you for your gift. So what you need more than women is, you need a vision for your life. You need to know where you're going, where you're heading. And I feel God has given us all a purpose, right? We all have a purpose, women and men, but I'll specifically speak to men. I feel men have a greater purpose on this earth, a greater assignment, and I feel so many men are so powerful, but they don't know it, right? And I think that, men, they say women think emotionally and guys think logically. That's so true because, I listen to so many guys, and one thing that majority of them have in common is that they are so good at explaining things. They're so good at explaining things. They're good at teaching. That's one thing they're good at. They're good at teaching and explaining things. And I feel like so many guys are so unhappy. And even though you guys don't mention it, but most men keep things inside. They don't express how they're feeling. And I understand because you guys think logically, and when a woman comes to you with a problem, you just want to solve the problem, right? And you don't want to add more flame to, you don't want to add more to that flame, right? You want to solve the problem head on. And sometimes that's a problem because you end up keeping things inside and you're hurting inside because you don't express yourself. And I think the reason why majority of guys are in prison is because I feel men feel that they don't have a sense of purpose on this earth. They don't know why they're on this earth. You know, in society we have this stigma that guys are seen as the providers, which they are, but men try so hard and they work so hard to be the providers of their household, and support their families and bring an income in. And I respect every single guy that's out there working hard, trying to provide for their family. But the point that I'm trying to make is that you need to find out what makes you happy. You need to find out the gift that God has given you and work on it every single day. And you know, there's nothing more frustrating than, you know, as a woman, there's nothing, we sometimes we get frustrated because some men don't know where they're going. They don't have a sense of direction. And I feel the reason why God made women is to help the guy. And you know, the reason why we submit to you guys and have to look to you guys as the leaders is because God has given you that word. He has given you that assignment, and us as women need to assist you and help you with that assignment. But us as women, we cannot help you if you don't know where you're going. If you don't have a vision for your life, what are we helping you with, right? And you know, depression is really real. It's real, and most people don't speak about it. And it's quite sad. It's really sad how some people look happy on the outside, but inside they're hurting, and it feels like they don't have anybody to speak to. And it's really not a good thing when people commit suicide because they feel like nobody's listening to them. Who do they speak to? Especially as guys. Most guys won't mention this, but guys don't really express how they're feeling, especially to women. They won't really say how they're feeling. And I feel the reason why the majority of guys are in prison is because Satan wants to bring them down. Satan wants to pull the men of this world down because he knows the power that men have, the impact that men have in this world. He knows if he can bring down the man of the house, that he can bring the whole house down. Because you know, they say that men are the head of the house, but for me, I say men are not the head of the house. They're the foundation of the house. They're the ones that keep the house together, right? And if the foundation is not strong, the whole house will come crumbling down. And I think Satan knows that that men are so strong and they have so much power that he wants to bring all the men down. Because once you break a household down, you break the community down, and then you break the whole country down, right? So he wants to get rid of all of them in this world. That's why so many men, like, they turn to other things. They turn to friends, they turn to women, they turn to drugs, they turn to all these other things. And I'm not saying that's the reason why guys do all those things. I'm not saying it's right and it's acceptable, but I'm saying there should be a core reason why men do certain things. You don't just wake up one day and just say, okay, I want to be a murderer, or I want to be an alcoholic, or there should be an underlying reason as to where that came from. And I think as a society, we don't dig deeper, and there's not a lot of, there's a lot of women seminars, and there's a lot of things based around women, but there's not a lot of seminars and talk around men. And men feel that they don't know who to speak to. I don't know, I'm a woman, but this is just based on what I see is happening in society. There isn't like a hub where men can go and express how they're feeling. And majority of guys do not grow up with a father figure. Even if they do grow up with a father figure, majority of their fathers are absent, and they're there but they're not there. So it's like who do they look up to as a guy? Because they feel like, I'm already a man, so who do I look up to? Who else can I speak to for advice? Because as men, you guys also need support and advice. And this really lays very deep on my heart, and it's a very sensitive topic, because I'm so sorry, most men don't speak about how they're feeling, and it's sad. It's really sad that some men commit suicide because they don't feel like they heard. And I'm so sorry. And that's why I feel it's so necessary for you to find out what you're good at and the gift that God has given you, and to be happy, because I feel everybody needs to be happy, and everybody deserves to be happy in this world. And women will always be there. There's so many beautiful women in this world. And trust me, women will always be there, right? You're never gonna run out of beautiful women in this world, or women in general. You're not gonna run out of women. Especially for guys that are single, even for the ones that are not single. But before you find a woman, find out who you are as a person. Find out what makes you happy and work on that, because there's nothing more sad than a guy that is not happy, because once a guy is not happy, the whole household will not be happy. Men are so frustrated, and they don't speak about how they're feeling, and I feel the reason for that is because society puts so much pressure on men to do certain things, and if they don't live up to that expectation, they're not considered as men. And my advice would be to you guys and to all the men out there is to find out the gift that God has given you and work on that every single day. And you also need to be happy, right? You need to be happy. You cannot just do things for the sake of doing things, and deep down you're hurting and you don't express how you're feeling. Because if you don't work on that, it's going to cause more problems and more problems in this world. And that's how it starts, right? And trust me, you guys have all the capabilities. You have everything you need to make your gift work. So continue to strive to be the best. Continue to strive to do good. Know that you are seen in this world. You are heard, and that we support everything that you do. And don't ever feel that you are just on this earth just to be the provider, because you have a greater purpose than that. You're not just here just to provide money and go to work and come home. No, you have a significant role in this world. You have a significant purpose on this earth, and it starts with one person at a time, right? if you take time, if you just take time and sit alone and figure out who you are as a person, discover who you are, trust me, you will be so much happier. So much happier. You wouldn't have to turn to other things to make you happy. You wouldn't have to turn to friends or to other things in the world that to make you happy or fill a void inside of you. You would just generally be content with who you are. And yes, and thank you so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate this, and continue to make an impact in this world. Continue to support other men also, and even though maybe they don't speak to you, just give them a word of advice. Just motivate them. Continue to say good things and ask them how they are, because sometimes, people won't always say how they're feeling, but if you just go there and just give a good word, that will make the difference. Thank you so much.